Well, the jury deliberated for about 5 hours before handing down the pair of guilty verdicts. It didn't seem to surprise DeChristopher, who was swarmed by his supporters as soon as he left the courthouse. He urged his supporters to keep fighting for climate change, or keep fighting to speaking out against climate change, rather. He told us outside of court he would not change a thing.
You know, it had the initial impact that I expected, where it drew attention to the auction and the auction was reversed. But all of this was more than I could have ever asked for. These people taking a stand, this makes it more worth it than I ever could have expected.
How you doing? DeChristopher was doing by his supporters after the verdict was handed down. He was convicted of sabotaging the very controversial auction back in 2008 by posing as a bidder and winning 14 parcels of oil and gas leases in southern Utah to the tune of nearly $1.8 million. Now at trial, federal prosecutors said DeChristopher broke the law. He walked in, started bidding with the intent to disrupt the auction. Intent was a big point for the defense. They say he didn't exactly walk in with any plan. It happened spur of the moment. Now the defense was limited in what they could present. DeChristopher says he did it to call attention to the global crisis of climate change, but that was not allowed in trial. DeChristopher's actions have made him an environmental folk hero as a result of all this. He tells me that he does not regret what he did. Now, DeChristopher faces up to 10 years in federal prison, but at a news conference late this afternoon, the U.S. Attorney for Utah announced she would not seek the maximum penalty.
We will not seek the maximum penalty. I'm not prepared to say what we will seek because, again, we want the benefit of the pre-sentence report. We want to see what factors the probation department has taken into account, and that will inform our decision-making.
Now, DeChristopher will be sentenced on June 23rd. There is no minimum prison sentence on this. There is a chance that the judge could give him probation. Live at the federal courthouse, Ben Winslow, Fox 13 News, Utah.
Now, Ben, do you think it's wise on his part to be walking around doing interviews saying, "Oh, I'm glad I did it"? Don't you think that'll influence the judge a bit?
You know, it certainly could be a factor. What we're expecting before sentencing is a number of reports. And in fact, one thing I should point out, you could expect the defense to bring up all of the issues that they were not allowed to bring up at trial. They were limited in what kind of defense they could present, so expect the issues of climate change, environmental justice to possibly wind their way in front of the judge at sentencing.
All right, we'll have to wait and see, and we'll have more from you later. Thanks, Ben.
Now, we've been getting a lot of comments on the Tim DeChristopher verdict on both sides. Here's a look at what some of you are saying on Fox 13's Facebook page. Christy Horn says, "I think the jury made the right decision because he knew what he was doing and was trying to weasel his way out of it." Patricia Horton says he should have been found guilty. He knew exactly what he was doing and he broke the law. Chaz Burke says he was a hero, a man standing up for environmental protection. And Gabriel Laredo says, "What a joke. Someone stands up for the environment, and this is what happens to them. We need more people like this to save us from destroying ourselves, so this planet is here for our children." If you'd like to leave a comment, go to Fox 13 on